Good evening, one and all. Welcome, and welcome to our online magazine program. So, what is? It's the series that's based upon the hair and beauty industry, encapsulating all things hair, makeup, beauty, skincare, latest trends, culture-specific products. So we cover it all here on So What Is. As you could probably notice, I not with Lolly this evening because Lolly has a date with the man from the AA. So our one of our production staff, Marlena, has kindly stepped in to help us host this program this evening. Hi, Marlena, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Looking forward to stepping in Lolly's hot seat just for tonight.
Indeed, and as I'll explain to everyone that you're not new to this. You are one of the an integral part of our team who helps with the production, the social media, and everything behind the scenes. So it's not as if you don't know what is going on. So this evening we are looking at male grooming this evening. So. I know I've been looking forward to this one, Marlena, because we've done a lot of things around female hair, beauty, natural stars, natural hairstyles, natural products, and things. And today we are looking at male grooming, and I don't know if you could tell on camera, but I am a fan of male grooming. I like to get my eyebrows and my skincare regime up to scratch. Not always reaching the mark, but how it is. How it is. So today we have two esteemed guests this afternoon, and this evening, and we are going to be talking all things male grooming. So I mean, for the general chit chat, if you can join us on YouTube, you could join us on Facebook as well. Just put in So What Is. Do remember, share, subscribe, and join in the conversation, because it's what it is. It's an online magazine. Just it's designed to entice you to get involved and share your beauty and health regimes with us here on the platform. So, Marlena, what do you know about male grooming?
What I know is it's helpful when a man does invest in his male grooming. Very helpful to
Uh,
us.
and
um,
and for
I
you
think,
for you, Marlena, are you one of these women that likes your men well groomed in terms of, like, hair removal and things like that? I
yes,
actually posted something on Facebook earlier on, prior to us coming on air, and it was about whether ladies like their men to be groomed, trimmed or waxed, or somewhere in between. Have you got? Do you have a preference of what kind of thing you like? Lots of hair, little hair, no hair. What's
no hair. No
no
hair.
hair?
Don't mind a beard, but very
Yeah,
coiffured beard. It can be a bald head or it can be a short back and sides like
yeah,
yourself. But I don't do braids, don't like. I like nice, neat dreads. As we know, Hazel's got beautiful
yeah.
hair. I always have hair envy of Hazel.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't like to see men with cane row and plaits. And no, 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 no,
Really?
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
so you're quite picky then. You're quite particular, should I say then, Marlena, because that actually covers a lot of men, because a lot of men are wearing their hair longer these days, and wearing styles more cane roll, locks, and
Locks are
so
great.
it's yeah, yeah, locks,
Locks are
but
great.
just
Locks are
not the
great.
cane roll kind of thing. do you do
No.
you think do you think right do you think that there's a certain age where a man shouldn't be wearing cane roll? Do you think, does cane roll
Yes,
have a life, a shelf life?
my friends who've got little boys, by the time their sons sort of get to 5, I'm like, cut their hair, cut their hair. You know, it reminds me of like, it just, reminds me of like my uncles, my granddad back in the day when I was little,
Yes.
and my granddad's hair and have his pomade. And I just like that neat look. So
Yes.
I think a boy, I'm a mother of daughters, so this is really bad. But I think
Hmm.
that by the time they start school, the boys should be introduced to the barbers, I think. definitely.
Right. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, we'll delve into that a little bit deeper as we go on through the show, Marlene. But first of all, let's see our first guest. Now, our first guest is a young lady. She's been on the show before. I think she was on episode 7. I think it was, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. I think she was on episode 7. And this is episode 9, by the way, people. So if you've not seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 8, then where have you been? Please share, like, subscribe. Okay, that's the first thing. So let's get our first guest on. She is a young lady. As I said, she's been on before. She represents Brown Angel Naturals, and her name is Angela. Can we get Angela in the room, please?
Hello.
Hey, hi,
Hi.
Angela.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Marlene.
Good evening.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Angela?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's
Um,
very nice to have you on board. And now, just by memory, I think, as I said, you were on episode 7 of our show, and you told us that your daughter suffers from lupus, right?
she
Is
was
that right?
diagnosed with lupus at the age of
Okay.
14.
Oh right, yes, okay, I remember. And from that you went into looking into natural products to help with her skincare and things like that, right? Because it affected her
Yes.
skin. So
Yeah,
using essential oils and things like that.
that's
Is it?
correct. Yes. Yeah, it was
Okay.
just looking at ways to help her because of the
Mm.
amount of medication that she was being
Oh,
prescribed.
okay. So in terms of like your products, you make products that is obviously unisex, right? So for the male and for the females.
Yeah, well, I've got a men's range. I've
Hmm.
started to look at men, more or less because I did quite a lot of research into women's care, but then also about men's care as well. And I've now got a men's range.
Okay. Tell us about your men's range then.
Okay, I've got a face wash, which
Hmm.
is bergamot and lemongrass. And
Okay.
because men's skin is a lot thicker, it's about 25% thicker than women's skin.
It has to be.
Um,
It has to be, Angela, to deal with you women. It has to be thick. We have
uh,
to be thick-skinned.
yeah, whatever. But like it's because as I said, because men's skin is thicker, then they have a lot more oil production than women. So
Okay.
the bergamot and lemongrass helps in terms of reducing some of that oil, but also it
Hmm.
helps in terms of cleaning the pores and ensuring that they have a clean, healthy complexion.
Okay. And is that available like broadly on the in the shops, or is that available just bespokely from yourself? Or it's
No,
how would people get?
I've got an Esty store shop, Brown Angel Naturals, and
Yes.
you can get it from there online.
Okay.
Yes. I advertise a lot on Instagram and Facebook, but it's available on my Esty store.
And what do you find in terms of like men using your products? Are they have they been welcoming to the use of your products?
Yes, they are. I think I do beard wash and beard oil, and the reviews have been quite good. Men are looking into how they look and grooming, and it's more or less helping with their own self-esteem,
Yeah.
self-confidence, and so yes, it's something that we're finding a lot happening because everybody wants to look good, and I think with Instagram and Facebook and taking selfies and whatnot. It's up there as the women.
Do you know, Angela? I've never ever in my life used beard oil. You know,
Okay.
there's very little products that I ever use on my skin, or especially on my face. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's just been one of these things that I've never really been one to. I mean, I've started exfoliating since we've been doing these series of shows, and I've actually seen the benefits of that. Definitely, I can testify to that. But I've never been one to use like beard oil and things like that. So why would you recommend for me to use beard oil, for instance?
The beard oils that I've formulated is natural oils, and
Yeah.
because sometimes the hair on your skin can be quite harsh, and sometimes it's like a prickly pear, so it can be quite harsh. So all the oil does is quite nourish and moisturize the hairs around well, the beard, but not just that. It helps the skin underneath the beard in terms of like spots and blemishes and even ingrown hair, and sometimes it can be, when it's growing too much, it can be too itchy, so it
Yeah.
helps calm it down. So it's not just for the hair on the face, it's also to nourish and protect the skin underneath.
Okay. Okay.
What's the age
That's
range of the
It,
people that are buying the projects? Is it younger guys, or older men?
it's a
What are you
mixture. I
finding?
get like say young teens who are on their journey in terms of looking at skincare, or like people are buying it for gifts for them, and more or less trying to introduce them to natural products. And then you have those who are well into grooming and taking care of themselves. So it's a vast range of customers. I am seeing a lot in, say, the 30s to 50 bracket. But in general, it's about those who want to take care of themselves and
Mm.
like the idea of something natural rather than something which is synthetic.
that's very, very interesting. I mean, in terms of like yourself, oh, Angela. Okay, so you were to, and I asked Marlene to say, you're laughing because you know what I'm going to ask you. Know you so um I've got two ladies on the screen now, and I would just like to think in terms of like your partner or your husband or whatever. Would you like your husband to be the type of man that uses, for instance, your products? If
It
not
does.
your
Mhm,
products that you actually make,
mm,
but your
mm.
products that you actually use yourself, because a lot of females are very funny when it comes to men using things like concealers and bits and pieces
Mm.
like that for their skin. Where do you stand on that?
I draw the line of makeup and concealers. I'm sorry. But I do appreciate somebody who takes care of himself. And I'm quite fortunate that my husband does take care of himself in terms of
Yeah.
what I make, like the face wash, the creams, and then more or less like face masks and the beard oil and the beard wash and the lip balms and what have you. And it's nice because nobody wants to hug or to cuddle somebody who is rough. You want, yeah, I like smooth.
Do you know, it's funny, and Marlena intimated the same kind of thing as well. That women, a lot of women, they, when it comes to male grooming, I think they like a well turned out man. And
Yes.
so, I think with us men now, and you hit the nail on the head with with the advent of social media. You're going out, you're forever taking pictures. You really need to look your best,
Mm.
and and I think, and I'm with you. I'm with you, and we're going to be speaking to a young man later on who is at the forefront of this kind of service. But I find, where concealers, lip balms, and lip balms is maybe not too bad, but I don't like to see shiny lips on a man.
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
agree. Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
it just doesn't kind of sit right. But with as I said, with the advent of social media, more in the spotlight, everybody's on Instagram and on Snapchat and all the
Mhm.
social media platforms. You do see a lot more men embracing skin and beauty products.
Yeah.
Embracing hairstyles that we would never see men wear
Mm.
years ago.
Mm. I think at the end of the day, it's all to do with how they feel about themselves, and I think that's something that we have to take home. Like a lot of you hear like about mental health, and I think
Yeah.
once you take the effort to look after you, then there's it helps you in terms of your confidence, your self-esteem, and how you project yourself, and also I'm from the generation where my dad used to look after himself, and
Mm.
groom and suits and shirt and tie and all that. So for me, that's a really good model to base on, because they actually did take care of themselves back in
Mhm.
like the 50s, 60s.
Do you know? And you hit the nail on the head there. And in all our frivolity and our laughing, and we do tend to kind of make a bit of a joke out of it. You hit the nail right on the head there with self-esteem
Hmm.
and mental health issues, because least we forget that a lot of men, and you may, listeners out there may be very surprised, that do suffer from low self-esteem and
Hmm.
low confidence when it comes to how they present themselves, how they are
True.
seen by the opposite sex, and how they see themselves as eligible as a potential partner. And that's
Yes.
a very important point in terms of like self-esteem. You look good, you smell good, you feel good. You wake up in the
True.
morning, you have your shower, you put on a nice clean shirt, and you have a shave, and you feel so good.
Hmm.
And that's representative of your mood that you present when you go out, I
True.
think.
That is so true. And also, you have to
Yeah.
think that if bacteria and infection, you know, the whole point of you washing is to keep yourself clean. And again, if you feel good, if you look good, you will feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good.
And would you if I name a few things to you, right? Would you be surprised that these are the things that women notice about men on a regular basis? So men, if you're listening, right, take note, okay? So these are the things that women take notice of when they actually first meet you, right? I was surprised to hear the top 10 was shoes. They look at your shoes to
Yeah,
see what your shoes
yeah,
is like. Well,
yeah,
I don't know about that one, but
yeah,
yeah, you're both nodding, right?
yeah,
We do,
So you look at the
yeah,
shoes. Oh
yes.
yes,
my days. Anyway, let's
definitely.
put the shoes. Let's put the shoes to one side for a minute. So they look
Uh-huh.
at things like your facial hair, how it's
Yes.
presented, how it's trimmed.
Hmm.
Okay. They look at your fingernails, how your
Yes.
fingernails look.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay. So they also look at your eyebrows. They look at
Hmm.
your nasal hair, nasal hair.
Mm. Yeah.
If
Yes.
you've got,
Yeah.
is that a thing? I don't know. Is that a thing?
Well.
As men get
Uh,
older, I think it becomes a thing. So in my
Mm,
20s, I didn't look at things like that because men were less likely to have it. But as I'm
True.
getting older now, I will look for the hair. Yeah.
now, I've got a confession to make, right? I've got a confession to make because it's one of my pet hates. You know, I used to, and you know what goes around is like karma, right? So I used to really laugh at when I used to see men with hair sprouting out of their ears. It used to be when I was younger, it was funny to me, but
Mm.
now as I'm getting older, and I'm starting to pluck the one or two hairs out of my ears, I'm thinking, oh no, oh no, So it's something that you really got to keep on, you really got to keep on top of,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
But yeah, as I said,
This
it's
one
it's a
thing
sort of
though,
thing.
Nick,
Yes,
we always smell men. We want to know what you
Mm.
smell like.
that is
Yes, that
another
is true.
that is in the top
That
10
is
as
true.
well. That
Yeah.
is in the top 10 as
Smells
well.
important.
Very.
Yes.
Yeah.
I concur. I concur because and there is another thing as well, though, right? You don't want to overdo it because you get some people. It's like they've bathed in the aftershave, or they've bathed in the scent, and it's like just overpowering. You want to smell
Mm.
nice, but you don't want to kind of be unsociable with your smelling. You want
Yeah.
the whole room to be able to smell you. It's not
Uh-huh.
sociable.
It's all to do with the endorphins that you produce as well.
Mm,
One of the good things about say natural smells, it works with your own body chemical, so you actually smell you. Now,
yeah.
when you over um, spray yourself, then it kills the natural scent of you, and nobody wants to smell you before they see you.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Mm.
And again, I'm a man that I have like hundreds of aftershave. I've just, it was one of these things that I've always been into. I just love my aftershave, love my fragrances. But again, there is a trick to this as well, because there
Mm.
are certain fragrances that you can only wear at night. Do you get what I'm
Yes,
Yeah.
saying, ladies?
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
And there's certain fragrances that are perfect for the day, very light, very airy, very kind of easy, because the nighttime fragrance and the daytime fragrance is
Mhm.
very, very different.
Mhm.
Yes,
You don't
Yeah,
yes.
want to walk into a meeting and overpower the room, or you know,
absolutely.
those I've done it a couple of times where I've been talking, having a meeting, and your perfume smell goes down your throat and you
Yes.
can't speak. You don't
Yeah.
want that. You don't want
It
that.
that
So
can be very
Angela,
embarrassing, actually. So
where
so
sorry, go
sorry,
ahead,
go on,
Nick.
Marlena. Yeah, you
I
go
was
ahead. You
just
go
going to
ahead.
say to Angela, where can we find your products? How do we get our hands on it?
My products are all on ETSY, and it's Brown Angel Naturals, and then you'll find all of them there. You'll also see me on Instagram, and it's Brown Angel Naturals, and that more or less I give a lot more description regarding the products and what they do for you. But for the to buy, available on SD.
Okay, we'll
Right.
see if we can get that information up on the screen as well. But
Thank you.
yeah, so stay with us, Angela. As I said, we're going to be talking some more shortly. So stay with us. Enjoy our hospitality in the green room.
Thank you.
don't don't drink too much wine though, because we want you to come back on. Okay.
I'll try not to.
Okay. All right. So there you go. That's our first guest, Angela from Brown Naturals. Thank you very much for that, Angela. So Marlena, if I said to you that I am thinking about like doing my edges, and how would you feel about that if I was your boyfriend or your husband? How would you feel about me doing my edges?
It depends what your hair is like.
Okay.
So if your hair is short like yours, you kind of don't need it. It's okay. You can just get the
Yeah.
barber to chop it down a little bit shorter. But
Mhm.
if you're a man that has locks, perhaps, or you're doing the braid thing, and it's
Yeah.
quite clear that the hairline, as hypocritical as it of me with braids,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think then there's possibly cause to get it done.
Reason I ask, because this is what I've been seeing more and more with the hairstyles. As I said, there's now hairstyles that men have adapted that years ago you would never see. So they would maybe shaved, then they'll have like high on the top, and then they'll have their edges done, and it's, to me, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, I come from a different generation, as
It's
you
a
know,
young
but
man's game, Nick.
it's a young man's game, and this is what I'm starting to realize. But you know what? They can keep that game there.
You're not trying to jump on that bandwagon.
Yeah, no, not at all. What about in terms of dyeing? What do you feel? How do you feel about dyeing? Men dyeing their hair.
I think it's nice as a one-off, because the difference is when men dye their hair, especially if their hair's short, next
Yeah,
time they go to the barbers, it's gone. So they can chop and change. It's a bit like women who go for the big crop and they'll
yeah,
express themselves through their hair colors. What I have found interesting is the beard dyeing thing. So I've seen men with blue beards and blonde beards. I think that's interesting. That's a good fashion statement, because I guess you have to shave the whole beard off then. It's a bit different to your
yeah,
hair.
yeah. Color has definitely come into the game more as well, and
Mm.
both sexes, I think, are being more bold with the sort of colors that they wear, bright reds and blues and greens and what have you. You know, I've even seen in the dancehall fraternity, and you know, in the dancehall fraternity, they tend to be very macho, but
Yes.
at the same time very effeminate with their colors and their flamboyancy. Don't you find that, right? They're very
Definitely their style
flamboyant.
of dress, how they present themselves. There's
Yes,
something a little bit off the cuff about that, should I say?
it's I would say what's the word that I would say that I would say that it's kind of like contradictory
Yes. To the
to the
culture, yes.
narrative, that, you know, oh man a bad man, because that's the kind of like dancehall is very, oh man a bad man and blah blah, but yet still you're wearing a frilly shirt and tight trousers, you
Yeah.
know, and that kind of thing, as I said. But in terms of how they perceive themselves and how they dress, I think fashion and their appearance is much more aligned to the general society than it is to historically, you know, because
Yeah.
historically we wouldn't be wearing tight trousers and we wouldn't be wearing kind of like effeminate clothes. But now, because of fashion and the, you know, the big fashion houses, they are all about, like, you know, these very bespoke clothing that is tight fitting, that is very standout, very flamboyant, and you know, makes a statement.
Yeah. It's
Talk about
definitely
make
more tailored.
Yes, yes.
Definitely
Talking
more
about
tailored.
making a statement, you know, this our next guest, um, I've been looking at his Instagram page, and this next gentleman is like, he encapsulate everything that I've just been speaking about in terms of flamboyancy. He's got a very flamboyant style. He's hairstyling and his grooming of his clients are very flamboyant indeed. You know, I was like, wow. Check out his Instagram page. It's very, very flamboyant is a word that I would look for. I can't find a better one than that. I don't know if he's actually ready. Is Gemini in the room? Is he ready to come in? Don't know.
Yes, I'm here.
Gemini,
Hello.
Hello.
good evening, sir. You're working away.
Yeah, I'm still on the job.
Wow, wow. I see you have Marilyn Monroe on your wall in the background there.
Oh, yes, I do.
So
She's
and
actually.
I would akin your style to very, very Hollywood. Would you agree?
Well, I would give you a 9 or 10%. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I appreciate it. But as I was saying to Marlena, I've been looking at your Instagram page, and wow, all I could say is that some of the styles that you produce, flamboyant is the best word I could use, but it's like really, really interesting. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your style and how you perceive your fashion and your output.
Okay, so basically, I'm a hairstylist. I'm into fashion.
Mhm.
I've been into
Mhm.
fashion ever since I was young. I'm
Yeah.
into grooming a lot, and I always present myself ever ready. The word I would use.
Hmm.
I'm always ready. So I
Hmm.
try my best to always be on point.
Yeah.
So it's a everyday thing for me. Like I'm always trying my best to look proper.
Yes.
I've been doing hair for about uh, I would say my whole life, but professionally, I would say maybe 12 years.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Wow.
I've been doing hair, makeup, eyelashes,
Hmm.
wigs, the whole works. Basically, everything a beautician does.
Okay.
But
So you don't.
now
So you
I'm
don't
mostly.
specialize. You don't specialize. Do you have a speciality?
Yeah, I was getting there. So
Oh,
no, I'm
sorry.
mostly
Sorry.
special. Yeah,
Excuse me.
sorry. I mostly specialize in dreadlocks now because
Ah.
it's just I'm too demanding and I just rather focus on one thing now. So I mostly do dreadlocks now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so did you actually have to go to a formal training school, or is it something that you
Yes, I
taught
went.
yourself?
Yeah. So from high school, secondary school, I went straight into beauty school at 17. So
Yeah.
from a very young age, I know exactly what I wanted to be. So
Wow.
like from the age of 9, 10, I've always been playing with dolls and all of that. So I know since then I've wanted to be a hairdresser. Like I've always wanted to do hair. And
Yeah.
I got the talent naturally to do like cane rows and stuff like that and plaits like ever since I was like 9, 10. I could do that without
Wow.
being trained or anything, like naturally gifted. And after that, I just knew directly that I wanted to be a hairdresser. And when I finished high school, that's what I did.
Wow.
Wow.
And in terms of like Gemini Dixon, what would you say Gemini Dixon encapsulate in terms of like hair and beauty?
Okay, so um I don't want to get carried away, but I think I'm a walking advertisement.
Okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So so basically I advertise my work. So the minute you
Hmm.
see me, you know that I'm into beauty. So
Hmm.
I'm into beauty and fashion. So when you see Gemini Dixon, it's
Hmm.
like it represents for itself. Basically, it's a
Yeah.
brand, it's me, and I'm just out there. I'm very flamboyant.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm just into fashion and beauty. So I just love it. That's just me.
Okay.
Do you
And what kind?
specifically
So
specialize in men? Sorry, Nick. Do you
no, go
specifically
ahead.
specialize in males or females? Are your client base very mixed?
Okay, so my client base is mixed. So it's
Okay.
50-50.
Okay. And what do
Yeah.
you get requested by your female clients in comparison to what you get requested from your male clients?
Okay, so like for my female clients, they always want to go like loud, elaborate, like fancy styles. And the minute I hear fancy styles, I get excited, like, yes. So I love to do fancy styles. Like my male clients now are more laid back. They just want to do like double twists or like just straight back, like simple stuff. But the female are the ones who actually go crazy, and I love that because
So
I
do you
love a good
prefer your
challenge.
female clients then?
Yeah.
You hear that, Nick?
Yeah.
What's so female clients? Did you say, Marlena?
Yes, because they're more flamboyant, they're more adventurous.
Yes.
Yeah,
So the
I
things
get
that the
that.
female, sorry, the things that the female clients would want to do, the male clients would want to do it.
Do you know about Gemini? I was saying to Marlena, obviously, um, what I pick up from you, obviously, you're from a Jamaican background, right?
Okay, so Jamaican Trini, so I'm mixed. My
Oh, okay.
mom's, yeah, mom and dad is from two different countries.
Yeah, I could hear a twang of both. Yeah, I could hear that
Yeah.
twang of both. So what I was saying to Marlena before we came on air, that in especially with Jamaican dancehall, what you find is that they're very macho dominated, but very
Yes.
flamboyant in the way that they dress and they express themselves.
Yes.
And in terms of like being out there, their clothes, you dancehall, you get the most prodigious styles and
Yeah, that's
fashions
true.
in
Yeah, they're into
dancehall.
fashion. Yeah, they're into fashion a lot.
Hmm.
Like they go all out, and it's very flamboyant.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know,
So
it's a bit different. Like when it comes to fashion and Jamaicans, like they tend
yeah.
to mix up fashion a lot. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It's just maybe it's just a culture thing.
So what is? I mean, we just saw a picture of you come up on with. So where, how, and where do you source your clothes and what's your style? What's your
Okay.
what's the driving force behind your style? Because it's very different.
Okay. So for me, I shop from many different brands.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say a specific brand, but I shop
No.
from all over the place.
Hmm.
So basically, I like to mix my stuff. So I have a passion for fashion, like a really deep passion for fashion. So I would just like sit and just think up something, put it together, and then just voila. just come up with a fabulous
Wow.
outfit. That's just me.
Yeah.
And I like to go over the top. That's just me. That's
Hmm.
just fashion for me. I love it.
And how does your friends and family feel about your fashion sense?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
They come to me for advice all the time, like, "Oh my God, Gemini, I'm going out later. What do you think? Can you come up with an outfit for me? Or we going traveling? Can you go online and see what you find?" So yeah, I think the next thing I'm
Okay.
going to do is I'm going to come up with my own fashion line. I need to do that.
I was going to
So
ask
so
you
you
that
a
next.
stylist?
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, I could be a stylist, like to actually dress people, yes, but I've never done that before. But yes, I can. So the only thing I feature about is just being a beautician. I love to do hair, makeup, and that's just it really. But the fashion sense is just for me. I haven't like broadcast that like to people like to say, well, I'm gonna market it or anything like that.
Okay, so right, let's ask you this now. Where do you stand on makeup, on men wearing makeup? How
Okay,
do you feel about that?
well, I can speak for myself, right?
Hmm. Indeed.
So I'm speaking for myself. I do wear makeup.
Hmm.
Um, I wear makeup because it gives you a more smooth look. And that
Yeah.
smooth look for me is about grooming. My facial hair is always well groomed. My
Yeah.
eyebrows are well groomed. My eyelashes are always done, which
Hmm.
actually is my eyelashes, not fake eyelashes.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my style, but my hair is always well done, nicely
Yeah.
groomed. But for me, makeup for me, it gives me a different look. Like it gives me that extra smooth look that makes me feel more, I would say more stylish or more
Yeah.
comfy. So that's my reason for wearing makeup. I don't know what anybody else's reason is, but that's just mine.
Empress J says it's good to be different. I love your style, Gemini. That's
Oh,
Empress J.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah. And
Do
and
you
you know
think that
what?
men and women? Sorry, Nick, I keep
Go
jumping
ahead.
on you.
No, go ahead.
Um,
I talk too much. You carry on, Marlena.
Lolly, I'm trying to do you proud. Um, do you think that men and women wear makeup for different reasons, or do you think it's just human beings? We all desire to look a certain way and be our best self.
Okay, I think makeup is an art. So many people wear it for different reasons. Some people wear it to feel better for themselves. Some people wear it to cover scars. Some people wear it to look different, and some people just wear it to be comfy. And yeah, that's it really.
Where do you draw the line for men when it comes to makeup, or in your flamboyance, do you not draw the line?
Um, well, as again I said, for me, there are a few lines that I would draw. Like for me, I wouldn't do like eyeshadows, lipstick, and all of that. No, for me, it's just a matte look to have my face keeping really smooth. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
you know as well, like I said, eh, ex was explanation says he's always on point. So he's so good at hair and fashion. We love him. Sonica, Greg. Ooh, Gina Wilson, makeup just enhances your gorgeousness.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Gemini, have you got all your fan club on the live today?
Well, I didn't really get a chance to advertise it much because it was a rush
Uh,
thing.
oh
I
wow.
only got it yesterday, and I've been
Yeah.
busy all day, and that's
Yeah.
it. But I didn't actually get a chance to like really broadcast. But if I did, your show would be
Yeah.
flooded. So
Well, I could see just by the little snapshot of the comments that
yeah,
obviously there's people that maybe they know you in terms of your like you're following your fashion and your style and your
yeah,
probably your Instagram and things like that. But
yeah,
it's and you know what, Gemini, especially in the black community, we tend to frown upon anything that is different. So we tend to
yeah,
kind of like if it doesn't fit in with our ideal or our narrative, we kind of frown upon it. And I think it's refreshing to see that individuality, because this is
yeah,
what we are. We're all
yeah. That's
individual,
true.
Yeah.
and it's good to see that you encapsulate that and you embrace it, and it comes out with your output of your styles and your fashions and your hair that you do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So in terms of like the business, do you find the business very lucrative? Obviously you've been in it for 12 years. How have you seen that? Has it got better, or is it got more competitive?
Okay, well, it's gotten way better over the years. For me, I've got a huge clientele, so I wouldn't say it's competitive.
Okay.
Um, Advertising helps. It does work. Um, Also, broadcasting works as well. Social media is the main point to advertise.
Hmm.
And if you advertise a lot, then your business will actually like literally just blow up. And if you have to be good, once you're good, that's it. It sells.
Yeah.
So for me, um, I would say I'm okay, to be honest. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
So you could see yourself being in the business like just until you retire, yeah?
Yeah, because I love to do hair. I don't just do it for the money. I just love it. I just love it.
Oh,
Passion.
I love for me, I love the befores and the afters. It's
yeah.
like, for me, it's like waving a magic wand, like voila, like I could transform from a frog to a princess, like, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, it's
In
just the beauty. I just love it. I just love it.
So
Okay.
what's in your makeup bag, Gemini? What?
So
Give me
my makeup
five
bag,
things.
five
Five.
things. Okay.
Yes.
Five things in my makeup bag. My concealer, that's number one.
Hmm.
My mascara, that's number two.
Is it clear or
Um,
color?
Black, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my days. Now we're talking. Now we're talking clear or color now.
My eyebrow pencil, because I like to keep my eyebrows sharp. Um, so that's three. What else do I use? Oh yes, of course. Edge control, and I've got the best edge
Ah.
control from a friend of mine. Her name is Sonica Creation. She says the best edge control. That edge control is the bomb. So
Okay.
that edge control is in my makeup bag to always make sure the edges are, slick. I don't know if you can see. And so that's four, yeah? And
Mm.
my hairbrush, because I use my hairbrush to brush my facial hair, keep it nice and flat. Yeah, and that's the five things that are in my makeup bag.
Okay. Okay. So if a
Wow.
man is just starting out on his grooming regime,
Yeah.
what are the five things that you suggest he needs to start out with?
Okay. So unless he goes to a barber, I would suggest get your own shaving machine.
Okay.
Unless he goes to a barber, I suggest you get your own shaving machine. Bed oil is really good,
Nick.
and
And
bed
bed
oil
oil.
is really
Yeah.
really good. Keeps it nice and smooth and silky. A brush, like a soft brush. It doesn't have to be a hard brush. It could be a regular hairbrush, but make sure it's soft. So the bristles needs to be soft to keep brushing the bed and keep it nice and smooth. Um, that's how many things. That's two things.
No, that's three.
That's three things.
Yes.
And um, I would say get some edge control because you always need to have those edges looking slick. It doesn't matter if you're a male or female. Once your edges are slick, trust me, you always look smooth. Always look smooth. Always remember that.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So in terms of like of skincare, do you exfoliate and things like that? Is that part
Oh
of your
yes, I
regime?
do. So I have
Yeah.
my facial moisturizer. I've got my facial scrub. I've got my night cream. I've got my night balm. I don't need no bags because that's not in. So
Really?
yeah,
Oh
and
wow. So
yeah, that's it.
night balm as well. Is it? You must spend a fortune. You must spend a fortune on products then,
Well, I wouldn't say a
Gemini.
fortune, but enough to look like this.
Well,
Good answer.
point taken. Point taken. So like obviously, where can people find you apart from? I know we've got your Instagram um
Yeah,
handle
so
up?
my work page is Gemini Dreads,
Mhm.
and my personal page, which my fashion is actually on point. That's Gemini Dixon.
Yeah,
But work-wise, to get your hair done for bookings and stuff, it's Gemini Dreads.
yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Well, it's been very enlightening indeed. As I said, I when I was looking checking out your Instagram page yesterday, and
Hmm.
when I see some of the styles and the fashion, I thought, wow, this guy is, as I said, the best word I could use is flamboyant, because it's just your own style. It's
Oh,
just your
thank
own
you.
style, and it's very good. Keep doing what you do.
Thank
Keep
you.
being your individual self, and more power to you. More power to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
and
you.
and
Okay.
so
Have a good night, guys.
yeah, stick around. We may have just a quick couple of questions for you, Gemini. So while you're working, just stick around. Don't hang up yet.
Yeah, I'm in the
We're gonna
background. Don't
take a
worry.
no problem. Thank you very much. So there we have it. We got about 10 minutes left before we out the door. So Marlena, wow, what do you make of that then?
Very interesting about what he's in his bag. I like the
Mm,
little advice he gave for a man just starting out his grooming journey. Though you have
yeah,
to add the aftershave. Definitely have to add the cologne aftershave with that.
yeah.
Very
Do you know?
interesting.
Do you know what's in my shower bag? I'll tell you what's in my shower bag. Right. A small comb.
Okay.
Um, a pair of scissors.
Okay.
Right. A flannel.
Yes.
Because you never know when you need a flannel. And shower gel, moisturizing cream,
Mm-hmm.
underarm spray, body spray.
Okay. Seven items.
That's
Okay.
yes. Oh, sorry, and a miniature shampoo.
Okay.
That's what is in my shower bag.
That's good.
Um,
That's good.
I don't even keep my razor in my shower bag, to be quite honest, because I always like to shave before I leave the house. So I
So
don't
you have
really
your
like.
own clippers.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Throughout lockdown, I was doing my own. I got used to doing my own kind of grooming and stuff in terms of like my hair and that.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm one of these guys, and I'll put it out there for those of you who are listening who know me. I'm gonna put it out there because I'm not afraid to say what it is. I mean, I'm a great fan of hair removal.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to use my I've got a clipper that I actually so I take off underarms down below, and just maybe just forget it anyway. I don't go into no details, but it's very generally very very well kept.
Good.
And that's only for me, because I think it's much more fresher. You feel fresher. You feel kind of like more,
Mm.
it
Yeah.
just, to me, it's just much more user friendly.
No comment.
So let's see. We've got a few comments. We got a few comments in the chat room. Let me just have a quick look. This is Sonia. Sonia says, I really like Gemini's fashion. I have seen a few of his outfits on Instagram, and he is really on point when it comes to fashion and being at the helm. So that's coming from Sonia. Pick up yourself, Sonia. I can't seem to get the Facebook comments up though, Marlene. I don't know. Anyway,
Mm.
I'll see if I can get those ones up, because we had quite a few people listening on the Facebook. It's more hygienic, Nicholas. Thank you very much, Empress J. I agree with you. It's definitely much more hygienic, and it's for, as I said, as a man, I know that some men won't touch, like they won't touch that kind of, like, they don't want to know about razor or shaving or
Mm.
anything like that. But I think most men are comfortable enough to use moisturizer. I mean, I've come from a footballing environment where you see a lot of men in the change room, and we tend to kind of like sometimes compare products like, oh, do you use baby lotion? Oh no, I use Dove or whatever it is. Not advertising anything, but you know what I'm saying. We kind of like share, but you would never actually get a conversation in a room where men would say, oh, I use this hair remover, or I remove my hair. That's the kind of conversations I never really had, Thanks, Gina Wilson, user friendly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Don't encourage him.
But what I'm saying is that us we tend to be, and with having Gemini on there, right? It's good and it's refreshing because we kind of like we kind of like hear things that we won't hear from men generally.
Yes, it's very honest account. Yes.
Yeah. Can we bring our guests back into the room so we can have a little round robin? Can we bring Angela and Gemini back in? Angela, I can see that you're smiling there.
Hello.
I was just listening to your conversation.
Yeah, we were just saying that it's refreshing to have somebody like Gemini on who like lays it bare for us, because as I said, us men in general, we don't have these conversations. We don't. I would never say to my friend, "Oh, what skincare products do you use?" And he would freely tell me. It's kind of like a little bit, I look my best, but I'm not going to tell you what I use, or I'm not going to share it because But so it's very refreshing to hear it from a man's point of view. What do you think, Angela?
Oh, I love Gemini in terms of what he said, and he's been honest and unique, and you can't beat that. He's all about him, and I commend him for that, because on today's platform, and I think it's a lot easier now for young men to be talking about grooming than it was 20, 30 years ago. So no, I like his style.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
you're welcome.
You've been getting a lot of love in the room. I'm telling you. Let me get through some of these points. Sonica, I think we read that. It says that he's so good at hair and fashion. Love him. Jenny says, yes, he's fully on point. Explanation. When he comes to Trinidad, he never have time for fun. Is that right? You never have time for fun when you come to Trinidad.
Because I'm always working. Always Even when
working.
I go home, I have to work because everybody just wants a touch. They just need a touch from me. It's just, I don't know.
This is an interesting one. This is from Simon. Simon says, can you ask Gemini, does he have a lot of male clients that come in for skincare advice?
Well, most of my male clients is just for hair, because I mostly do hair.
Yeah.
And it's mostly dreadlocks. But yeah, I can give advice on skincare. Yeah, I can. But it's just mostly dreadlocks.
Because obviously, just because of your self-grooming, people may feel that, they want a little bit of advice in terms of how you keep yourself.
Yeah. I do get that. Yeah, I do.
And Angela, so in terms of like your natural products as well, right? Is it just a singular? This is from Pauline. Is this just a singular product that you actually do for men?
No. I've got quite a few items that I do for men. I do, as I said, wash, beard wash. Oh, the videos playing. There's quite a few stuff that I do. From, like, as I said, hair oil, beard wash, beard oil, aftershave balm, shaving oil, lip balm, hands and feet, body oils, body creams, foot, because foot is very important as well, because men tend to not take care of their feet, and your feet's very important. And if you like with Gemini, that he's up on his feet quite a lot, then you need something to revive and also to keep them moist and to keep the hard skin away.
Yeah. Denise Porter says, no one can do my hair but Gemini. Wow. But you know
Have you
what?
got loyalty cards, Gemini?
You know what? I get that because once you find a good barber or a good hairdresser or a good stylist or somebody that you trust and you know that they deliver every time, why are you going to change? You're never going to change. So your reputation goes before you, and that's what gives you repeat business.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I think people really is a trust and honesty, and that you can't beat trust. And once you've got someone that you trust to take care of you, then that's it. You're home.
Yeah. I just had another one. Christine Buckle said he's the best. I'm sure you've got your fan club on here, man.
No, I did not. No.
You know, all the comments like, oh, yes, it's good. So where do you see yourself then going? Then I know you said that you wanted to expand into fashion. And I mean, we've got about 3 minutes to go. So where do you see yourself expanding outside of what you do now? Then do you see yourself going into fashion and making it a kind of like a brand?
Yes, I do see myself going into fashion, and yes, I want to create my own brand. I would say maybe roughly the next 3-4 years from now, because I've been thinking about it like really seriously. Because the comments that I get from people and so many people seeking my help, I think it would be good to actually come up with a brand and a styling that people actually love.
Yeah.
Because so far, trust me, it's only love. The love is just real. It's just love. It's just love. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. And you know what? In life, what you put out is what you mostly get back. You know,
that's true.
Not always, but mostly what you put out is what you get back. So,
positivity.
Keep the positivity. Keep doing what you do, and I wish you all the best in the future with your business.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Gemini, and to you, Angela. Thank you very much. You've been on again for a second time, and we're gonna put you guys up, your Instagram page up on our platform, and hopefully you'll get some good feedback from here, and it will help you. These guys, you need to tell him his fashion is mad.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So thanks again, guys, for joining us on the 9th episode of So What Is. Hope to see you again sometime in the future. Marlena.
Yes.
Last word for you. I mean, you know me already, and Lolly has this problem every week. I just I get in there, I get so carried away and so enthralled in the conversation that I just can't help myself.
No, it was lovely. Thank you for having me, Nick. Lolly, I hope I did you proud and kept your seat warm. And hopefully next week or next episode, Lolly will be back. But thank you for having me, Nick.
Oh, thank you very much for your company. It's been wonderful, and don't tell Lolly. I do miss Lolly, but you have been a suitable replacement, Marlena. Thank you very much. And as I said, guys and girls, if you're listening, hi, Sam. He said, hi, panel, just joined. For the people just joining, can you do a quick summary? Well, we've been talking about male grooming today. All things male grooming, beauty regimes, shaving, hair removal, style, fashion. We've been talking about the whole lot, Sam. You can catch it back on the podcast. You can watch it back on YouTube again. So it's there for you to do. Do remember, So What Is, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, Insta. You can catch us all on there. And thank you to the guys behind the scene, as always, doing a wonderful job. Anthony, Hazel, Orsaid, and Marlena, all the crew. Thank you very much. We've been So What Is. Catch us on the next episode. Good night.